A shark was sighted and captured on Dr. Groom's Beach in the south of the island on Tuesday. Footage reached GBN at about midday of the shark swimming near the shore before it was captured by locals in the area. The men on the scene proceeded to drag the shark from the water before killing it and ultimately shared its parts with onlookers. A local fisherman and diver who is familiar with the area, Jamil Bridgman, said countless times there have been shark sightings in that area, referring to the killing of the shark as unnecessary. Bridgman says sharks seldom prove to be a danger to swimmers.
Myself and other fishermen, we dive that water almost every day. We even go out at night too. We always see sharks there. Even when I was working at Sandals, we always take the guests out at those reefs. And the guests, they enjoy looking at the sharks and stuff. To be honest, I think that was unnecessary kill because the shark was going along its way. It almost reached Clemency Point, and just beyond the point, we have a reef down there where it's called Shark Reef. That's where we see most of the sharks. Well, sharks don't really attack anyone just like that. You have to be in the area doing something like maybe spearfishing or so, and you have a lot of freshness in the water, like blood and stuff. So if you're on shore and you see the shark, just leave it, let it go away, because it would not do anyone anything. They just come, they see you, and they swim away like any other fish.
Recently, in an interview with GBN, the Marine Protected Areas Coordinator at the Fisheries Division, Orlando Harvey, said sharks are critically important to the marine environment in general, as they are essentially the cleaners of the ocean and marine ecosystem. Responding to shark slayings on neighboring islands, he said fear or misunderstanding may have a role to play in the capacity to care for the creatures.
I'm a little bit concerned about that in some regards. I mean, as you rightfully said, there's a lot of fear associated with sharks. I mean, people who don't interact with the marine environment as much as maybe I do would tend to have maybe a fear of sharks. Or if you come in contact with a shark, they think that the only thing a shark can do is kill you. But we've never had that I could recall, definitely in my lifetime, anyone being severely injured by a shark or even killed by a shark in Grenadian waters. In most of the cases where we have incidences of sharks interacting with persons are typically people who spearfishing and they have blood in the water. They have something that attracts the shark to them, and they may have an encounter with it, but it's never been really severe or life-threatening. So I think there's nothing really for people to be overly concerned or overly fearful of with regards to a typical shark that we would have in our waters. So I'm a little bit concerned that we would have people going out there and actually hunt, actively trying to fish sharks. Grenada doesn't have a fishery for sharks. It's not something that we target. It's not a species we target. We do have some incidental capture where you set a line for something else and you may catch a shark. And in Grenada, we do pretty much land everything we catch. So we do have incidences like those.
In the Caribbean, shark populations have been decimated along a number of fronts due to a loss of reef habitat and health. In January, the Fisheries Division released a statement advising seafarers to be vigilant when venturing out to sea as a result of shark sightings around neighboring islands. The public is reminded to be cautious when going to the various beaches. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.